Okay, for all those that don't know me, my name's Hilliard. I'm Derby organiser and Derby's sub-regional organiser. Our guest speaker tonight is Chairman Nick Griffin, if anyone didn't know, and our MEP. And we've got Mr Griffin, who's our fund holder.
No relation.
No relation. But Derby fund holder, and she'll be running through trying to price some money out of pockets later, I presume. Right, I was about to say that the party's come a long way in just a few months, although we have been through a few difficult times last year with the equalities attacks. We've got black propaganda against Nick Griffin, and it did cause a little bit of a problem in the party. We've got the campaign work that we took on, and that put a bit of a strain on the budget. With the black propaganda against Nick Griffin, it seemed to slow down the donations, etc. that was coming in. But I am pleased to say that everything's back to normal now. It's better than it ever was, it's more streamlined than it ever was, and the party's been rebranded, so I'm very, very confident for the party for the future. Running costs have been reduced from 100,000 to 20,000. Debts have been cut down from 560,000 to 220,000, which is minute compared to all the other parties that are millions in debt, so we're doing very well on that. We've also beaten the Equalities Commission, which is great. Have been there in the first place, of course.
Back compensation.
Yeah, exactly. And also the party has had a new database installed. It's called Alfred, and what it does, it matches Labour's political database. So now we can hold information on all the electorates, and when we canvass, we can be able to target their concerns, and we can point out the right policies towards the voters. Hopefully get a few more votes. I'm sure it will be very, very interesting. And also, another thing where we did well, the hotel was outstanding this year at the conference. The food was fantastic. The staff were very accommodating. And I would definitely recommend the conferences to people in the future. I mean, a party that's a member, so you'd have to become a member if you wanted to go. But definitely recommend it 100%. And you'd also be invited. You've been invited to come to the Red, White and Blue festivals, another great event to come to, and any other events. So, like I say, we've got a positive and very bright future. So, I know we've got a lot of supporters here tonight that aren't members, because I put a lot of special invites out myself, and I would like to encourage them people to join the party. This is a party that's 100% moving forward very, very nicely now, better than ever before, as I said before. And memberships, they are the lifeblood of the party. Without memberships we couldn't function. We need the finances, we do need it. Although it doesn't bring a great deal of profit in on the memberships, because at 14,000 we make a small amount of profit, but when we get up to 20,000 members we'll get a bit more profit, so we'll be able to do campaigns on that, as well as the donations that's coming in. It should be quite a boost for the party funding. But the people who can't afford it, because I know times are a bit difficult, it would be nice if you want to come out and help us. You don't have to be a member, but you can come and leaflet with us. You'd be more than welcome to come out. Existing members, it's important that existing members keep up the memberships. I know some have lapsed, some have gone, some come back, some leave to other parties and find out it's no good and come back. This is the place to be. Keep your memberships running. And if anybody wants to renew tonight, I've got membership forms here, so if you want to come and see me in the break, I'm quite happy to give you a renewal form. I've got all that on board here tonight. And we're also looking for other members. It doesn't matter what group, where you're from, it doesn't have to be Derby, but we're looking for members to become candidates, because at the end of the day, this party needs candidates at local level, so we can start taking government. That's how it works, that's what we're here for. So people need to be putting themselves forward as standing as candidates. I mean, last year in Derby, we stood a record amount of candidates, and we keep increasing the numbers, but we've got to keep increasing the numbers. We started off with 2 before I became organiser. Last year we stood 5. We'd like to make it 6, 7, maybe 8 this year, if it's possible. So if anybody fancies standing in the Derby elections, if you live in Derby, come and see me, let me know. And I would also encourage people to stand as paper candidates, because this way you'll get experience, you'll realise it is a good, interesting thing to do, and we can start covering areas where we could possibly win in the future. And if people aren't sure whether they could become a candidate or whether they could do it, let me know. I'll arrange a home visit with you, leave your address for me. I'll come and have a chat with you and I'll run through it with you. You can decide then whether you fancy it or not. Like I say, and if you can help in any way at all, just come and see me in the break and it'll be there for you. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to pass you on to Mr Griffin, Nick Griffin, and have a chat with you for 45 minutes or so. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Can you hear at the back?
Yeah.
You can, okay. Well, if I lose volume, do give me a shout and I'll pick it up again. But anyway, I want to start off actually, Paul there in the introduction mentioned Vanessa Griffin and said no relation. And yeah, that's true. No relation, but of course we're related. All of us are related because the people of Britain, the English, the Scots and the Irish and the Welsh are a very closely related family. The scientists who have estimated and looked at it and so on will tell you that every single person in this room, like everyone else in Britain, as long as your grandparents were born here, so you know a recent newcomer of some sort or other, you share 5 ancestors with every other person in this room back at the time of William Shakespeare, when he wrote, talking about in Henry V, when the English face annihilation at the hands of this enormous superior French army, and he refers to them as we happy few, we band of brothers. And that's exactly what we are. And it's what this party is most fundamentally about. First of all, to make sure that our people, we understand that we are indeed a band of brothers, but also that we bring back to this country, the country as a whole, the spirit of fellowship, the spirit of shared experiences, the spirit of being one, because that's what this country has lost in so many places. You know, street by, well, family by family, community by community, street by street, town by town. We've lost our identity and the certainty that we were the same people. We had a common bond, we shared a common destiny as well as a past history, and that's been lost. And it's this party's job to bring this back. And very often the mass media will say, oh, the British National Party, they blame the immigrants for everything. No, we do not. Mass immigration is a symptom of the fact that this country has been betrayed by our ruling elite, and that too many people have sat back and watched as we've been betrayed by the